Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. How are you all doing? The first day of July. I can't believe how fast it has went by. It's already July, the 7th month of 2021. Okay? And it's just going by fast. It'll be Christmas before you know it. So anyway, I'm gonna jump right into the video. I want to talk about Bill Cosby being released from prison, okay, because of a technicality. Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction has been thrown out by Pennsylvania's highest court. Bill Cosby has been released from prison after his sexual assault conviction was thrown out. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that the lead prosecutor shouldn't have charged Cosby due to a deal made by a predecessor. This is amazing news, a spokesperson for Cosby told Insider in a brief interview. Bill Cosby will be released from prison after his conviction for sexual assault after it was thrown out Wednesday by a Pennsylvania State Supreme Court, the Associated Press reported. Cosby, 83, was serving a 10-year prison sentence for aggravated indecent assault after being convicted in 2004 sexual assault of Andrea Constant. Constant declined to comment through her attorney. Cosby was released from prison at about 2:30 p.m. Wednesday, which was yesterday, the last day of June, according to the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. The Pennsylvania court found that Cosby's rights were violated when he was told his testimony in a civil lawsuit filed by Constant wouldn't be used to prosecute him, which it later was. The court found that District Attorney Kevin Steele, who arrested Cosby, should have followed his predecessor's promise not to charge Cosby. This is amazing, okay? It says that this decision comes after Cosby was recently denied parole for refusing to take part in a therapy program meant for sex offenders. Okay, now I'm gonna stop the article right there because it's really repeating itself over and over again. Now, he refused to take part in a program that was for sex offenders. He's a sex offender. Anytime you do anything against someone, you are an offender, and they don't want you to do it. I'm not going to judge Bill Cosby. He's already been judged in court, okay? They're letting him out not because he's not guilty, but because of a technicality that the prosecutor did not follow. His predecessor said that he would not use Bill Cosby's comments to prosecute him. His follower came in, arrested Cosby, and used his words against him. First of all, I have a problem with that because they should have never promised him that. If he should go to prison, he should go to prison. Now, people are saying, well, I've read, Bill Cosby, he's too old. Why is he going to prison? Then women should have been made some kind of statements. First of all, when he did the things that he did to these women, they were young. Bill Cosby was well established, and no one would have believed them in the 70s going against Bill Cosby, number one. They probably were afraid to go against Bill Cosby because of who he was, number two. He took advantage of them. If you step back and put yourself in those shoes, or your daughter in those shoes, your sister, your mother, your cousin, you don't know how you or they would have reacted in the same situation. An assault is an assault. It doesn't matter when it happened and who did it. It's an assault. Okay? Then I have read where people are saying, well, most of his accusers are white. Let's take color off the table. A woman is a woman and an assault is an assault. Just because he's black and his accusers are white does not mean that they don't deserve justice, does not mean that they're lying. Okay? If you step back and put yourself in these women's shoes and it happened to you, okay, you would want justice. You wouldn't want to look at your rapist, because let's be clear. Bill Cosby made a deal with the prosecutors because his testimony was supposed to send him to prison. It was supposed to send him to prison. That's why he made a deal with them. If I tell you the truth, I don't want to go to prison, right? But he never, from my understanding, got immunity. He told the truth. He told that he drugged these women against their will. He confessed it. He told the prosecutors exactly what he did. So it's not like the women are lying. It's not like this particular woman was lying, because he said what he did to her and that it was against her will. But I want to tell you what I did, but I don't want to be prosecuted for it. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened. It happened and he needed to be punished. He only getting out of prison for a technicality, not because he's innocent. When you do something wrong, just say he wasn't rich. Let's take the color off the table. And I'm putting the question out here to you women. And you were raped. Just say it wasn't even Bill Cosby. It's another man. You were raped, drugged, and taken advantage of. Then this man goes on to be successful. You see him winning all kinds of awards. He's making all this big money. He has these TV shows. And you have been assaulted. I think that you would feel some kind of way about that. That nobody didn't believe you. You were afraid to come forward. Whatever the case may be. A lot of times, and I read these comments, and a lot of them are coming from women. Women never support women. I say it all the time. Women always take the side of a man. I don't care what role he played on TV. That was a role. Most people that are actresses and actors on television, that's not their real character. You would hear a lot of times, oh, I worked with so-and-so and so. They were the most ruthless, awfulest person to work with. But their character shows that they are just this loving, sweet, kind person. Then you may have a character that the person is awful. They're playing a rapist, but in real life, they're a gentle person. That's Bill Cosby's character on a TV show, not his character in his real life. His character in his real life is a person who took advantage of women. So put yourself in those women's shoes. Take color off the table. Most of them were white that accused him, but you had some black. Beverly Johnson, a rich model. She didn't need his money, but she came forward and she told. He did the same thing to her. She got away. He wasn't able to fulfill it, but he tried it. Okay? I mean, it's not like he won, like he's being let out because they found out that he was innocent. That's not why he's being let out. Felicia Rashad made her statement. Justice finally served. It's about time he's being let out. I'm so happy for him. Justice is not being served. He's being let out for a technicality. If it had happened to Felicia Rashad, she would want to press charges and have him locked up too. If he had tried it with her, he just didn't try it with her. But if he had, first of all, she wasn't young enough. When they were doing the Cosby Show, she was well over the limit of women that he liked to take advantage of. Okay? Well over the limit. I don't know if he took advantage of any other women on the show, but Lisa Bonet seems to feel some kind of way about him. Just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it didn't happen to someone else. And it shouldn't matter when a person feels like they want to come forward. A lot of people are raped by preachers. They're supposed to be ministers of God, but they're raping little boys and little girls. They don't come forward till they become an adult sometime because of the fear. Nobody's going to believe them. And I can understand that because they're being bashed. These women are being bashed. I don't care what color you are. If you are a victim, you're a victim. And then your attacker goes on to be this wealthy, rich person, well known. Everybody respects him and got a deep, dark secret. What's done in the dark comes to light. It doesn't matter when it comes. Sometimes this could be your future. This could be your reaping, okay? This is you. You doing all your dirt back here. Nothing's never getting you. You have to walk into your consequence. Sometimes your consequence is waiting. Then it can be switched around. You're doing dirt and your consequences are following you and they catch up with you. It depends on how God sets the plan. He did his dirt and he walked into his consequence. Some people don't have a chance. Their consequences are following them and it gets them that way. Either way, you have to suffer it and you have to reap it. Okay? Just because he's Bill Cosby does not exempt him. It doesn't matter how old he is. It doesn't matter the color of his skin. You have people beating down black people all the time, killing them, raping them, whatever, and of another race. They got to be punished. Just because he targeted white women doesn't mean they don't deserve justice. It was a technicality. He would still be in prison. He was denied parole. He told on himself. They told on him, then he confirmed it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did it. I gave them this, I gave them this, I did it. Because he thought he wasn't going to go to prison and they switched it on him. And they locked him up. And, and I would say this about anyone. If you do a crime, you do the time. You shouldn't be allowed to just walk off, no matter who you are, superstar or not, and just think, well, I can do it. It's in my past. I don't do that no more. That's not the way it works. You reap what you sow. You get it. You get some consequences. That's just it. That's just it. It should not matter. If the Lord says you can press charges after 50,000 years, then so be it. Doesn't matter when it comes to formation. The point is, it's going to come to formation. And if it happened to you or me, we would want justice too. If somebody was raping my daughter and drugging my daughter or my mother, my cousin, my aunt, me, I would want the world to know why. It doesn't matter when they decide to come forward. People have different reasons. They're afraid. You cannot sit here and say that I would have told right away. I don't care if it was Bill Cosby. No, you wouldn't. In the 70s, nobody believed women. They don't believe them now. And the thing about it is that bothers me so much is us women. We do not support women. We come down on women. Just like Monique, I have to say it again. She's talking about these doggone bonnets all the time. But what about the men that walk around here with them do-rags on their head all day long? And they pants sagging. What about tapping that brother on the shoulder, Monique, and telling him, pull your pants up, bro. Take that do-rag off your head and go get a haircut. Go get your hair braided. Stop calling us women the B word and the hoe word. Stop telling women to suck your D. She can't say that because guess what? She told another woman to suck her D. It's always the MF bomb and the F bomb and the B bomb with her. She want to come after women, how women should look, but what about the men? They should be able to carry themselves in a decent fashion too. She don't know if somebody was homeless, coming from an abusive relationship, and they just had to run in what they had on. The girl at the airport, we don't know if she's coming from a homeless shelter, going home to her family, escaping an abusive relationship. We don't know if that's all she could do to get out to save her life. Bottom line is, women don't support women. Women are coming. I'm reading different things that women are saying about these women that are accusing Bill Cosby. Most of them are white. Why they wait so long? Somebody even had the nerve to say they probably wanted it because he was Bill Cosby. Come on. Let's take race off the table. Assault is assault. Aggression is aggression. Crime is crime. A woman is a woman and a man is a man. It does not matter the color of your skin. God does not look at that. Wrong is wrong. What's done in dark comes to light. Now, they can always come back. They might not can try him for that, but you know how prosecutors is. They'll find something else. They'll find something else to get him if they want to get him. They're not happy with the turnout. It was a technicality. The predecessor, made the deal with Bill Cosby. Then the other prosecutor comes in. He probably felt like, I don't have to keep that word. I didn't make the promise. And technically he didn't. He didn't make that promise. His predecessor made the promise. So I don't even know how they could use that because he wasn't the one that made the promise. His forerunner made the promise. But you know, it is what it is. I can't make that judgment call. That's between him and God because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you got to be judged by the Almighty. And that's who you don't want to be standing up in front of talking about, I gave somebody a roofie and I shouldn't have did it and I'm sorry. That's not who you if you don't have no remorse and you're not showing, because Bill Cosby didn't have no remorse. He never apologized. He just felt like he was entitled. You know, you can't say, well, he's sorry, he's an old man. It's a lot of old people out there that still have the same heart they had when they were young. They will kill you, beat you, cuss you, molest you, hang you in a tree. They 80 years old. But they still got the same heart they had when they were 20 years old. It don't matter your age. It's your heart. That's what God looks at, the heart. Your heart don't change. You don't have no remorse. So he still got the answer. So you got out. You're going to spend a couple of years at home. But when you open up your eyes after you pass on and cross over, what are you going to tell God when you standing before him? And you ain't had no remorse. You did a couple of years in jail. And you think because you're Bill Cosby or whoever you are, I can just say, you know, whatever. I did it. No remorse, because he didn't have any remorse from what I seen when I seen the trial. He didn't have any remorse. He just didn't want to go to prison, you know. So anyway, I'm going to end that as a mess to me. You know, it's a mess to me. This is my opinion. I have a right to my opinion, you know, and I just think that I could see what the man is saying. He did not stick to, I didn't hear him say this, but he didn't stick to what his predecessor did because he didn't make that promise his predecessor did. That's like me. I make a promise to somebody to get him $100, and then just say I make a promise to my boyfriend. I'm gonna give you $100. Me and him break up. I don't give it to him. His new girlfriend come in. He can't hold her responsible for something I said. She don't owe him $100. I did. I refused. That's how it is. The predecessor said that you won't go to prison. The new person that came in did not make that deal. That was not a deal that he made. So I don't know how the Lord works. But anyway, I'm going to show you all my accessories this morning. So we're going to start with, I'm going to show you my dress. I have a white t-shirt dress. I told you I have a closet full of t-shirt dresses. All colors, okay? So this is a white one. This is plain white. And I put black undergarments underneath my white because I just don't like, I'm dark and I don't like people to see white or pastels under my white. Because I just don't. I like to be all smooth with no color showing under my dress, okay? So it was a white t-shirt dress. This one doesn't have any pockets. Okay? And it's above the knee. It's right above the knee, okay? I don't know if you would consider this to be a midi or not. Well, it is. It's short. It's not up here, but it's short. It's right above the knee. And it's just a white t-shirt dress. Very, very, just white, comfortable t-shirt, cool dress, you know. It's very, very light, you know, and it's very see-through. So I went with dark undergarments. And that's what I would do, even being a lighter color. Because I've worked with lighter skinned women that would wear white and they would have white underwear on and you could see everything. Nobody's this complexion. And it doesn't look good when you have on white and then you have on pastel underwear or a white bra and white panties and they can see everything because it's white. You need to wear a darker color, even if you are of a lighter skin tone, because it's going to camouflage personal private parts under your clothes that you don't want anyone to see. I remember a woman, she was a white woman. She wore some white capris one day and a black top. And she had on white thongs. And you could see the white strip going straight up her butt crack and both her butt cheeks. When she turned around in the front, you could see the white V. You can see. I said something to her separately. The next time she wore white, she wore black. And you couldn't see anything. She just looked smooth. You couldn't see her butt cheeks. You couldn't see anything. She wore black. Another woman argued me down. She wore a white skirt. You could see clear through the white skirt. You could see clear through her legs. Her legs was, standing in the doorway. You could see clear through her legs. You could see her white slip. You could see the print of her white. You could see everything. She had on floral panties. Because you need to wear, I'm not, wear a darker color underneath your whites if that's you don't want nobody to see what you're wearing. Your pad. You might have a pad on for your period. And you have on white underwear. And you might say, well, I'm going to wear a pair of white shorts. They're going to see that pad through them shorts. And you shouldn't wear white anyway if you're having a monthly. But people do. And you're going to see the pad because it's white. Especially when it's see-through. Okay? That's neither here nor there. So anyway, then I'm going to show you my shoes. Okay, now these shoes right here, they're so much fun. And I'm wearing them because it's the holiday. This is my last day of work at my full-time job for the holiday. Okay, for the 4th. So I will go back. We have Friday off, tomorrow the 2nd, and we have the 5th off of July. Okay. So these are my shoes. They're so cute. I'm wearing this with my dress. They're watermelon shoes. The rim, the rind, and the inside. Aren't they cute? This is the watermelon. Look at the sole. Then you got the white here. And that, I thought that was cute. I've had these for probably about 3 years. No, about 3 years. Yeah, it's about right. Okay, that's the inside of the shoe of the watermelon. And this is the rind. See all the green? It's just adorable, I thought. Got the little watermelon here. And that's the rind. It's just, I thought it was cute. It's got a rubber sole. Green rubber sole. And they even made different. I just noticed that. This sole over here has some kind of design on it. And then this sole over here has another design. Both the soles are different. I just realized that. Okay. And then the inside of the watermelon on the shoe, it even has the seeds. They even put the seeds. And you know, in the watermelon, when it's white on the inside, and they have the seeds and everything. So I thought those are really cute. They're fun. So I'm going to wear those today. Very cute. And I chose these sunglasses to wear because they have the same colors in them that the shoes have. If you can see, they have all the bling and the candy, eye candy all around it. Then it has red up and behind those rhinestones, and then it has green down around underneath those rhinestones. So I thought those would be pretty to go with my shoes. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to say Phil Danke. Yes, thank you very much in German. So Phil Danke for watching me, and choose, that's what? That's bye in German. And you all have a wonderful holiday and a safe 4th.